Hello, we are back. I've got Baz with me today.
Hello.
So, I was working this weekend, come home. Baz has got a day off. I've got a couple of days off. So we're going for a little explore, little adventure, somewhere we've never been before. And today we are going back to the Peak District. I've done a lot in the Peak District, but I've never been to the Dragon's Back. Okay, so that's in the High Peaks near Buxton. So we're going to go off a few trails that I've got on All Trails app, and yeah, go have a climb, go have a, it says it's a moderate to difficult, bit of scrambling like that. So we're going to get out there and see what it's all about. Stupidly, we have left the house without having any breakfast, so we're going to call somewhere and get some calories in us before we go and climb this. Probably something like, I don't know, what do you think, McDonald's or something?
Oh, yeah. Come on then.
There we go.
Right,
Get some calories in us from McDonald's. Gonna need them. So, let's get on to it. Right, so we got there eventually. Didn't get McDonald's though, did we, Baz?
No.
A bit far out. There's these big boy sheeps here that look a bit mean, but they don't seem that bothered. So we found this. Is he?
Yeah, I was doing.
Oh. So we found our place we want to be. What did did you lock that gate?
That one over there?
Yeah, this gate there, yeah. It's got a thingy on it, look.
Oh, I'm a bit slower.
Slow is not the word. Anyway, we are currently in the village of what? What village was it?
Earl Sterndale or something.
Earl Sterndale. So here it is. Caddy is just through there if you can see it. Little place. We're heading over there, so that's part of the Dragon's Back. So yeah, let's gonna have a mooch. So here we go, and I would say Earl Sterndale is definitely a better place to park. There are a few other suggestions online, but this was definitely the better one. You can't miss the Dragon's Back on the way into the village, and there's easy access onto these trails. All the trails are dead easy to follow, signposted throughout, and have these yellow direction marker arrows. Just a few hundred metres in, you met with what I would call phase 1 of the Dragon's Back. Keep him fit, eh? That's it. Yep. Yeah, that's it. The intention behind these next few bits of footage was purely to show you the terrain of what I would have thought was the hardest part of the Dragon's Back. Yeah. So, don't know if you can see, guys, there's these people down here. They're going on the path that we've come down, and there's the village over there that we came from. You can kind of see where the path is. To this first bit, first climb, I must say, I'm blowing out my arse. It's all good, innit? Good for you. I think Harry's just picked a bit of an harder route there. Thank you, Harry. Harry's sense of direction is quite minimal. You know, these kids nowadays just keep an eye on the phones or the feet. So, yeah. Or they look as far as the edge of the nose. I think we're more or less on the ridge. Harry's scared of sheep.
Scared of the sheep?
You were earlier.
Oh yeah, because I thought they were going to run.
Boy sheep. He was intimidated by their enormous gentleman vegetables, weren't you? I don't know if any of you use All Trail, but it basically gives you, hang on, let me just catch my breath. Whew. Basically gives you different walking routes wherever you are, and this well, sort of a trail around this area is on there, so we're kind of going off the route on there, but kind of making his own way. And they say it's around 6 mile, 10 kilometers loop, I think, the biggest one, and so like the longest route really around here, around the sort of the whole lot. I mean, don't know where I'm going, but I imagine it might come over there, down, and then back into the village, which would be nice. As we got to the point of what we thought was the highest point, we stopped for a moment to take a few photographs. There's some great views up there, but it was pretty windy. So windy, it blew me off my feet. And of course, the token Titanic shot. The Dragon's Back is a jagged limestone ridge formed by Crome Hill and Parkhouse Hill. Parkhouse Hill, what I consider to be phase 1 of the climb, is a site of special scientific interest, packed with unique flora and fossils. As I'm sure you'll all agree, this interesting landmark screams out for walkers to come and climb it, to get it ticked off their to walk list and to rack up some steps on Strava. Other step counting apps are available. although you can probably tell it's pretty windy, it is still pretty warm out here, isn't it, Baz?
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be, I checked the weather before I came, just on the area of Buxton, which is his closest, you know, sort of main town, big village, and it said 20 degrees at its highest. So yeah, still fairly like humid but windy, but it's nice conditions. I was just contemplating which way to go. Go on, you're alright.
You know how you said we got past the worst?
Yeah, that bit was worse than this. So yeah, if you are planning on coming here, guys, I would suggest having, you know, some good walking boots, at least sort of like hiking trainers with, you know, ankle support, something like that, because as you can see, it's fairly rough going. It does say on All Trail again that it is a moderate difficult climb, so I know you can sort of go off that and say, well, you know, it won't be as hard as they make it out, or some people might perceive it to be harder than it is, or whatever. So I would say if you've got a bit of experience walking, climbing, then yeah, not a massive route like I said earlier. It's only sort of 10k, but obviously it is quite tough going. What we had to deal with next, we weren't expecting. By far the steepest section of the route.
One slide down it. What? Probably better to do it that way, you know.
Go on, just get down how you need to get down. That's his feet to the side if you need to stop yourself.
Yeah.
Might be worth actually getting down on my arse as well, because it's steep this. I'll let you get a bit further down, just be careful, nice and low.
Careful there. Kicking rocks at me.
Sorry. If scrambling down isn't for you, then there is an alternative route just before the steepest part. See, this climbing up this would be, it would be a climb, definitely.
It's quite bad this.
Nearly at the bottom. Yeah, so if you look up there, yeah, it would take some it'd take you some scrambling up there, but mind you. Baz did get a few rounds of applause for his dramatic descent. Looking back at the hill just made you realise what an effort it would be to climb it from this direction. Then it was on to what I'd consider phase 2, and Baz was getting hungry, so we needed to find a spot for something to eat. Phase 2 is a more gradual ascent, but it is steeper towards the top, but all in all a lot more easy going. I did keep looking back at Parkhouse Hill and thinking what an impressive view it was. This just shows that some parts of the trail are on a knife's edge. With his stomach rumbling, Baz picked us a picnic area right under this tree. While boiling him up some noodles, we found this memorial stone at what looked like it could have been a favoured viewpoint. Forgot to bring any cutlery, but nothing stops this lad. He used my dirty Leatherman multi-tool instead. Adapt and overcome. So we got back on track, and Baz was full of energy. For all of 5 minutes anyway. All the local sheep were pretty tame and friendly as well.
Lamb chops.
As I'd said before, this part of the walk was a lot more easygoing, and we reached the top in relatively quick time. However, the terrain underfoot was still pretty rough, along with a few challenging descents to approach with caution. The route continues to be very up and down throughout, but along the way we found this sort of cave archway like feature, and Baz got a bit excited, so we thought he'd take a look. In fairness, I thought I'd best have a quick look as well. It's an ideal little spot to stop and have a break while on the trail. Once you're up and over phase 2, you drop down to this little gate with the direction arrows, following the signs, onto this little footbridge and a dirt-like track. Nice and easy going, but there's still a couple of hills to climb. Once you've climbed another hill along a fence line, you come to this little farmer's track, where I saw, in the distance, there's this shepherd's hut. I've always liked the idea of stopping in one of these, so I might look it up one day and explore the Dragon's Back and the local area even further. At this point, me and Baz opted for a shorter route. The longer route is clearly visible, however on Old Trail it just seems to go to a dead end and you turn back on yourself. So we joined this road and followed it in the general direction of Earl Sterndale. However, off this road was a footpath that led to another road that led directly to Earl Sterndale, so I decided to take that. This footpath was visible on Old Trail, just wasn't marked up as a trail, so we just got to send it. It was clear to see this footpath wasn't regularly used, but it did pay off, and we ended up in a field full of cows. Once we'd passed through the field of locals, we were back on the footpath which led us up to the main road. I'll be honest, it's been a breath of fresh air getting out with our Baz. No pressures of work, everything in our own time, and just doing what we enjoy, getting outside and going on our own little adventures. And just for point of reference, here's the village green. Park round here, you'll not go far wrong. And there she is in all her glory, Candice the caddy. Still got plenty of work to do to her though, but she's running. Baz, do you think we should go get some food?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah?
Probably, yeah.
Alright, well, I think we've earned it, so what do you fancy?
Well, to be honest, we didn't go to Mackey's on the way here, did we? So, could be a shout, you know.
What are you having, Baz?
We'll have a big arch, I think.
A what?
A big arch.
Oh my god.
Hi, are you using the app today?
I can do. 2 seconds. So 8088.
Okay, so what can I get to you?
Can I have a big arch meal, please?
Is that medium or large?
Large, please. With have you got the like Sprite lemonade thing.
Yeah, we do love. Would you like raspberry or pineapple?
Raspberry, please. Another one of the raspberry things, please, just on its own.
Yeah.
Can I get a double cheeseburger? And what's the wrap of the day?
Here's the barbecue one today, love.
Yeah, I'll have one of them, please.
Anything else, sweetheart?
That's it, thanks.
Perfect. Drive around when you're ready.
Cheers.
Thanks, fans.
And there we have it, guys and girls. Nice little quick trip out, me and Baz, over the Dragon's Back in Buxton. Hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And what we'll do is we'll see you at the next adventure. Take it easy.